Look, man, the success isn't going to always, be fun. It's not going to always be glitz and glamour. It's not going to always be, sunshine and rainbows. Like sometimes the success is going to be boring. Sometimes it's going to look boring. Sometimes it's not going to be as exciting. Most of the time it's repetitive. It might get lonely. And, like I said, it might get boring. And if it feels boring, that's just a sign that you're building something real, because when you build something overnight, when you build something in fast and quick and hurry, like you're going to have that temporary gratification. You're going to have that temporary pleasure and you're going to be at that all-time high. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that doesn't have a good foundation. You know what I'm saying? That's something that might not be real. Like success is built, behind closed doors. Success is built in the dark. Success is built, without everybody watching. It's not built through the highlights. It's not built through what you post on social media. Like people are gonna love the results. You yourself are gonna love the results, but everybody doesn't want the hard work. Everybody doesn't want the good habits. Everybody doesn't want, the good routines. Like success isn't just about the wins. It's not just about the big moments. It's not just about what everybody sees. It's about the small repetitive actions when nobody's watching. It's about being disciplined and showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about being consistent when nobody's watching, when you don't get praised for that. You know what I'm saying? When you don't get a pat on the back for doing it. Like you got to do it in those moments when it's boring, when it's hard, when it's tough, when you're tired. Like that's where, success comes from. And, discipline and being consistent, it might feel dull. It might feel repetitive. It might feel, out of the ordinary. It might get old to you. It might just feel like I'm doing this every single day. Like, when can I do something different? But during those moments, man, during the dull moments, during the boring moments, during the times where you want to, switch routes and do something different, is where the real foundation grows. Like during those times of consistency and discipline, bro, like you're truly building a foundation. You know what I'm saying? You're truly building something that's real. And like I said earlier, bro, everybody wants to see the highlights. Everybody wants to see the big moments. Everybody wants to see what you post on social media. But like I told y'all before, bro, social media is 99% of the time a lie. It's a facade. Like people post on social media what they want you to see. It only shows the exciting and big, big time final product. It only shows the sunshine and rainbows. It only shows the glitz and glamour. It don't show all the time spent working towards that goal or working towards that success or working towards what they post on social media. It don't show all that. You know what I'm saying? You see the success, you see the results, you see the money, the cars, the clothes, whatever, but you don't see the early mornings, you don't see the late nights, you don't see the times where people get lonely, just so locked in on what they want to do. You don't see the discipline, you don't see the consistency, like you don't see all those things. You know what I'm saying? The boring part is the part that nobody posts. Nobody puts on that highlight reel. Nobody puts on that Instagram story or that Snapchat story or on TikTok. Like nobody sees those times, bro, but it's the part that everybody needs. It's the boring part. It's the unfun part. It's the part where, you know what I'm saying, you might feel like nothing's happening. Like that's where success is built. And when you get to that stage of where it might feel boring or where it might get old, like that's a sign of discipline when you keep going, when you keep being consistent, even on those moments, not failure. Like if your routine feels repetitive, if your habits feel repetitive, that just simply means that you're committed. That just means that you're showing up every single day, no matter what the situation is, no matter how you feel. Like just let your discipline kick in, like I talked about yesterday, bro. Like growth, it's not just all fireworks. It's not just all big steps and, big results being made. It's about the slow, the steady pressure that's applied daily. It's about the slow, steady, steps that are taken on a daily basis. Like that's where the true growth comes from. You know what I'm saying? So if it gets boring, bro, if it gets repetitive, if it feels like nothing's happening, like don't give up or don't quit just because it might not feel thrilling or might not feel fun, you know what I'm saying? Or it might not be exciting all the time. Like your consistency and your routines and your discipline is building the strength, the character, the momentum, and many other things that you need on this journey. And like I said, bro, the success may look boring today, but it's not gonna stay boring forever. It's not gonna feel repetitive forever. Like the results that you've been working towards and the results that you're trying to achieve will speak louder than anything, man. So just keep pushing, keep going. Even when it gets boring, even when it gets repetitive, like don't give up just because of that. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. On the way to 700 subs. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.